All right, so we have done this. Copy and paste the public IP address in your browser, and then look at this yellow mark. Remember to allow HTTP. That's the question you just answered in your security group. Otherwise, you'll not be able to browse. We have done all of that. Optional. 2. Now, let's do something else. We are here now. There's something called user data, all right? There's something called user data. Let's look at this. Now, in Linux, when you have many commands, you can actually assemble all the commands together. And then, you know, these commands here, these commands that we have here, I can just select the commands, sudo su, sudo yum. I just select the commands. And look at them. Look at the command. I just selected only the commands. And then I put this sign on top of them. Shebang bin bash. All right. So when I put shebang, this sign, shebang bin bash on top of the command, what am I saying? I'm saying I'm automating these commands. Instead of doing it manually like we did here before, I am automating. I'm saying run this command. Once you run this command, run this one. Just run everything automatically. Don't wait for anything. So this process of automating, listing all the commands, putting shebang on top of them, and trying to automate the whole process is called scripting, bash scripting. So this is a script. This is a Linux script. Linux script. What is a script? Just a list of commands that would run automatically, one after the other, and complete the entire job without manually entering, waiting to do explanation like we did. All right. So now that we have this, and what makes it a script? It is this line, shebang /bin bash. So let me show you how to run a script so that everything we did manually before can be automated. All right, let's create another server, or maybe we use the same one. Let's create another. So let's go to EC2, running server. Let's create server form, right? Let's quickly create server form. How do we create server? Launch instance, our web server. Usually when you have multiple ones, you just separate them. All right. So Amazon.
Alpha.
Let's use this.
Hello. Alpha.
All right. So let's watch out for now. Instead of, we already know that HTTP is important, right? So instead of waiting to have that problem, why don't we just allow HTTP right away? Instead of waiting to have the problem before going there to open it. Allow HTTP traffic from the internet to access my server. So we have taken care of that problem. All right. Then there is something new. Look at this place, advanced details. And then let's scroll down. Yes, this is the place, user data. This is what I want to show you. This user data. All right. If you now copy your scripts, we copy this all the way to this place, and then we'll say Control C, and then we'll go and put it here, Control V. You know what we have done now? We have automated the process. We are saying that once this system is starting, once this instance is starting for the first time, it should at once, from the very beginning, load and implement these commands. So we're not even waiting for the server to first of all install successfully before promoting it to web server. We're just putting it even as part of the booting process. So we'll put it. All right. So that's what I really wanted to show you. If we now say launch instance, the minute that instance is launching, it's already available. If I just go ahead now and browse it, let me get the IP address so that I can browse it. So that's it. If we just go and copy the IP address and browse, Control V, and then we'll press enter, you should be able to see the content right away. Because everything we did manually earlier on, we have now installed it as part of the user data, and then it should work right away. If it doesn't work, we need to troubleshoot to find out. For the time being, the reason it's not working is because it just started to run now. It's just ready now. Okay, before it was pending. So now that it's ready, okay, it's running now. Let's go and try it. So let's try one more time. Refresh. Okay. What's the problem? It should be showing me the content right away. So let's troubleshoot.
So you failed to copy and paste. You failed to copy and paste.
So I copied and pasted. It's still initializing. So why do you say I did not copy and paste?
While we're waiting for the user data.
I pasted. I didn't paste.
No, I think you're in an error. You missed it.
Let's see. So where is
he pasted it.
He pasted it.
Yeah, he pasted it.
All right. So let's just.
I think it worked now.
Okay, it's working. It's working now. So it was just because it was not ready. Now it was initializing. So let's wait a little more. So it's working now. So welcome to my page. This is exactly what I have there. Welcome to my page, Akin Aregbesola. Click on the, just like I have it in the Word document. Welcome to my page, Akin Aregbesola. So that's it. So the point I'm making here is you are now beginning to see automation gradually, how automation works. Instead of first of all setting up the server and then running all of this one by one, you can put the script right in the user data, because the exam is going to ask you, what is user data? You are going to test your knowledge of your understanding of user data. You just put this one at the beginning. What is this one called? It's called a script, a bash script, bash, and then it will just run. All right. Any question? So you are going to have this, and then to just be a matter of copying and pasting. But before you copy and paste, understand why you are copying and pasting. Any question? All right. So if I ask you, how can you do automation for an EC2 instance? Whatever the answer is, at least you are answering from, the answers to be wide, but if you're answering from the perspective of what we just completed, then this is it. User data is used for bootstrapping. Bootstrapping means execute this set of commands even while you are starting. Don't wait to complete it and wait for to enter the command. Automate both tasks. Shebang, this is called Shebang. The # sign and the bang together, they are called Shebang. It's the first ever true character of shell or bash script. To know whether a script is shell or bash, you must start with this. If I remove all of this now, if I delete that, Control D, it's no longer a script. It's just a set of commands. It's not a script. It's the introduction of that line that makes it. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between shell and bash?
It's the same thing. They are all shell, but there are different types of shell. Some are bash shell, some are other kinds of, but bash is the common kind of shell. Shell simply means the command line interface type where you are typing your command. This command line interface.
Okay.
So the general name is shell, but the specific kind of shell can be. I think there are 3 different kinds of shell, but this shell is bash.
Okay, I think there's bash, there's Z shell.
Yeah, but
okay.
They're not really important. The other type, but this one is bash.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Do you need to kind of memorize all these commands?
No, not memory, but you need to have used them enough for them to be able to stick in your memory. So that, for example, I've not used these commands in the last. I've not actually taught in the last 3 months or so. My trainers have been doing the teaching. But once I look at them and use them once, everything comes back because I've practiced with them long enough to know that. Oh, so basically, no, you don't need to memorize, but you should have practiced with them long enough, ideally over 6 months, for you to know that, oh, every time you install a new service, you need to restart the service for that service to work. So therefore, it is normal that after you do your install, the name of the service, in this case, the name happens to be HTTPD, could have been anything else. The next set of commands that must follow would be systemctl restart and the name of the service. I don't know if that answered the question. Yeah, any other question? Okay, so I think that's about it. So let me just briefly explain the concept of scalability, load balancing, and so on. And then would that be all for today after that? Yes, that'll be all for today. And then we'll go on to lecture 2. But I still have time. I can explain this in 10 minutes. So let me take more questions.
So these course guideline, are they available?
Which one? Which of them?
The one you are following now. The lesson.
Yeah, it's your material. Now, this is your material. I told you already. I'll give this to you.
Oh, okay.
This is your notes. This is your manual.